welcome to Lanyap, a program about events, issues, and people. I'm Corey Crow, joined today by Doyle Jeter of the Northeast Louisiana Music Trail. And Doyle, you've been a busy man here the last few weeks.
I'm thinking about moving in here to the studio. You guys are so good to get us in here for every one of these. They're bam, 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 right in a row.
Well, I'm glad you're letting KEDM help out a little bit, too.
We're
This
honored.
is a neat project, the Northeast Louisiana Music Trail. Before we get to the next marker, talk to me a little bit about this trail. How did this thing get started?
Well, without going into it too much, 45 years Enox has been presenting live music, and basically we always wanted to give back to the music community and our community. So this was one way to do it. I've been wanting to do a music trail for many, many, many years, and finally was able to start it when I retired. You know, our first unveiling for a marker, you'll remember, was for Fred Carter Jr. in January of 2022. So in 3 years, a little over 3 years, we are fixing to unveil our 23rd marker.
The marker this time goes to a great trombone player. You don't often hear a lot about trombone. And this guy was from right here in our area. We're listening to, this is Hezekiah and the House Rockers, but we're talking about Pee Wee Whittaker, right?
That's right.
So tell me a little bit about Pee Wee Whittaker. Why is he an important trombone player?
Well, for one thing, trombone players know who he is. He's a huge influence on a lot of folks. He was from Newelton, Louisiana, born there. But when after he got out of school, he actually joined the Rabbitfoot Minstrels and played all over the Delta. Rabbitfoot Minstrels, he played alongside people like Louis Armstrong. Ma Rainey was one of the Rabbitfoot Minstrels, many, many other folks. So he did that for quite a while, moved off to the Northeast, played all over Europe, but he came home. He made his adopted hometown of Faraday, Louisiana, his new home, and became part of the house band at Haney's Big House, one of the leaders. Haney's was one of the main juke joints, if you will, although it was a big juke joint on the Chitlin circuit. So everybody that came through there played. Muddy Waters, B.B. King, you name any blues person that came through.
Now, you had, I guess back in that day, the desegregation was still going on. Black folks
Absolutely.
and white folks weren't hanging out a lot together.
Very little.
You had guys like, Mickey Gilley and Jerry Lee Lewis kind of wanting to go over there and see what was happening over at the club, right?
Yeah, the old story, and Pee Wee confirmed this. Jerry Lee Lewis would stand outside watching through the window and learning how to play piano, basically, the old boogie-woogie style of piano. So, huge influence. And Hezekiah and the House Wreckers, who are the band one of the bands Pee Wee was in his later years, pure legends. That's who you were listening to. We were lucky enough to have Pee Wee and the House Rockers play at Enox way, way back in the early 80s. But the bottom line is Pee Wee became so influential among so many people. He was inducted into the first class of the Delta Music Museum and Hall of Fame in Faraday, along with Jerry Lee Lewis. So that says a lot about his status.
The event is coming up. A marker is going to be placed in Newelton. Right. Tell me where this marker is going to go in Newelton.
Well, the marker is going to be right across from Town Hall, right on Main Street, which happens to be one of the areas where some of the old-time juke joints were located outside of town. And it's right across from Town Hall. Like I said, Mayor Frankie Robinson, we've all been working together. Could not have been done without the help of the Delta Music Museum in Faraday. Sean Davis, the director, Senator Jay Morris, and Representative Travis Johnson, everybody jumped on this and wanted to see it happen. Newelton needs quite a bit of attention for the part they played in old Delta blues.
He was inducted into the Delta Hall of Fame, master folk artist in 1982, along with a couple other cats you might know, Jerry Lee Lewis, Jimmy Swaggart, and Mickey Gilley.
Right.
Pee Wee Whittaker was one of the initial inductees into that museum and Hall of Fame down in Faraday.
Correct.
So that's a big deal.
And that Hall of Fame includes people like, this is not just the Delta. This is all over Louisiana. People affiliated with Delta blues, rock and roll, and jazz. Tony Joe White is in that in the Hall of Fame, as is Aaron Neville, Irma Thomas. Can I make a surprise announcement here?
Go ahead.
A lot of people know it.
Yep.
We had the honor of putting up for nomination a local gentleman who is going to have his marker on the grounds of the Delta Music Hall of Fame in Faraday. I believe it's July 28th or 9th. It'll be unveiled and a special show by Mr. Doug Duffy.
That's pretty cool.
So we're happy to announce that, and we're happy we're a little part of that.
Hey, we've only got a minute or so left together, so tell me what's coming up next for the Music Trail.
We got a lot coming up. I think after this one, our next marker is on May 3rd for Doc Savage, a local hero, a luthier, a musician with the Twin City Jamboree Band back in the day, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band's friends. Doc was an amazing influence around here. Then on July 18th, we're unveiling a marker in Ruston that will include folks like D.K. Harrell, Judge McGee, the Sundown West, and a whole lot of other places.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a big time coming up
More
for the
to
Music
come.
Trail. No sleep over the summer, huh?
Well, I'll be working on a marker I can announce it now, for Slim, Robert Finley up in Bernice.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be a good one, too.
We look forward to this. You also just started a new website that tells you about where all these markers are. Tell me about that.
We did. Our friends Kinetics company, they created a website for us out of the goodness of their heart. It is NELAmusictrail.com.
NELAmusictrail.com. Doyle Jeter joining us today. The marker unveiling noon Saturday right across from Town Hall in downtown Newelton.
That's it.
Find out more about this and other events. Head to our website, KEDM.org.
Thank you.